had a very normal upbringing. I had very good parents. I had a lot of goals. I had just a lot of ambitions for my future. I became married at 18 years old. Within about a year and a half of marriage, the physical abuse began. As time progressed, I became more and more fearful. He was already threatening to kill me and tell people that I had abandoned my family. I left notes under the living room carpet telling people that if I ever came up missing or my body was ever found, they need to seriously look at my husband being the cause of my murder. I eventually found a brochure at work and realized that Center for Women and Families was an agency to help families exactly like mine. I called the center, an advocate answered. She was very kind and understanding. She was not judgmental. I believe that there's a very, very good chance that the center is responsible for saving the lives of my family.
It is very important that the entire Southern Indiana community realizes the services that are available to them. The best way to access the services and to see what options are available to you are to call the crisis line. They're on call 24/7. As a volunteer for the center, you have different options. You can be a legal advocate, you can be a children's volunteer. When you have cases of victims or survivors who, when they first experience the abuse or the assault, the hospital advocate meets that survivor at the hospital to be there as a beacon of hope and support, but also to let them know that the center offers so many services available to them. They have a shelter, they have therapeutic services, they have transitional housing options. I started volunteering with the center 6 years after my own abusive relationship. You know, I was a freshman in college when my abuse happened, which is, you know, unfortunately is very typical for, I think, a lot of women who go through this.
I think we are where it starts. With the generation nowadays, we really need to learn how to stick up for each other and stand up for each other and just really be there for each other. And I think that starts when you're at a young age. I was involved at Green Dot New Albany High School. Green Dot is a way to stop violence, and it teaches you how to make what are called red dot situations green dot situations. A red dot situation would be, let's say there's a guy and a girl at a park and they're arguing really, really loud and it looks like it's about to get maybe physical. Turning it to a green dot situation would be, you can cause a distraction, you can go up and confront them if you want to. With kids nowadays, a lot of us aren't good with confrontation and we don't want to necessarily just go and say, hey, stop doing this. So I loved how it gave different ways and opportunities for us to attack violence without necessarily having to confront the person. We were always trying to get together to do something to spread the word about Green Dot and the Center for Women and Families. It's basically a way to teach us how to get involved and make things better in the community.
As much as we try to be independent and handle things ourselves, there's so much more empowerment that someone can have when there is a community of supportive people. And the Center for Women and Families was that community for me.
My life could have been cut short. I could have easily been a statistic. I'm thankful to the Center for Women and Families, and I thank God for the advocates. I thank God for just the kind, caring people. And I'm very thankful for those who have supported the center so that they could support those in need.